In the bustling heart of Lagos, there was a market so vibrant and lively that it was said to never sleep. In this market, where traders shouted over each other and the smell of spices mixed with fresh produce, meat sellers heard a particular chant. Among them, a man named Taju was famous. He was a large, towering figure with a wide smile and a belly that jiggled when he laughed. His stall was known for having the freshest and juiciest cut of meat, priced so well that people would flock from neighboring streets just to buy from him. But Taju had a secret. He was not a butcher by trade, nor a farmer. Taju was desperate. Life had been hard, and the debt hung over him like a dark cloud. So, one day, he devised a plan so unusual and grotesque that he believed no one would ever suspect it. He decided to cut part of his own body, cleverly disguising them as a rare exotic meat to sell at his store. At first, the plan worked. Market women who spent their money bargaining fiercely would stop by Taju's store and buy his goods, praising the tenderness of the meat. "Ah, Taju, this your meat is different, oh. Better than the others," one woman said, slapping a bundle of naira notes into his palm. Men buying meat for their wives, children running errands. Even the local restaurant owners came to him for his price cuts. Days turned into weeks, and Taju, wrapped in bandages, hidden under his loose tunic, continued to say. The whispers of his extraordinary quality spread far, bringing even more customers. He earned enough to pay off some of his debts and keep food on his table. But with every sale, his body grew weaker and the pain became harder to bear. It was one Friday morning, when the market was at its busiest, that a sharp-eyed woman named Mama Ogechi came to buy meat. She had been a meat seller for years before she opened her small food stand, and she knew the textures and colors like the back of her hand. When she saw Taju's meat, something fell off. She pressed on it, sniffed it, and narrowed her eyes. "Taju, where do you say you get this meat from?" she asked, her voice slicing through the nose. Taju's smile faltered, just for a second, but he recovered. "Ah, Mama Ogechi, this one is from my special supplier in the north," he said, avoiding her gaze. Mama Ogechi didn't believe him. Word spread, and soon a small crowd gathered, murmuring among themselves. Another buyer, a young man who worked as a butcher, stepped forward. He pointed out the odd markings and cuts on the meat. "This isn't from an animal," he said, his voice low with suspicion. Someone called for the market security, and before Taju could slip away, a group of guards stormed in and held him back. They searched his small store, lifting the cloth covering, and found bandages soaked in blood. The realization hit everyone at once, and gasps rippled through the crowd like a sudden wind. "Taju, you mean to tell us you've been selling yourself?" a market woman cried, horror dawning on her face. Taju, now pale and trembling, finally broke down. He confessed, tears streaming down his cheeks, speaking of his poverty, his debt, and the madness that had pushed him into such a grim act. The market fell silent, stunned by the truth. Some felt pity, others revulsion. But one thing was certain: Taju would never be forgotten, not for his audacious scheme, nor for the desperation that drove him to it. That day, as he was taken away, the story spread beyond the market, traveling through the streets of Lagos. It became a cautionary tale, reminding all who heard it about the depth of human desperation, the length one could go to survive, and the hidden secrets even the most familiar faces could hold. This is a lesson. Before you buy meat, please be careful. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more exciting stories on this channel. See you in my next video. Bye for now.